Good morning, Pershore Abbey community. I hope everybody is doing well. As we continue to ease ourselves out of lockdown, it's really good to be reminded of the wider world that is out there and all that it has to offer us. Today, President Emmanuel Macron of France is visiting the United Kingdom on a state visit. There will be opportunities during that visit to remember and celebrate the close relationship that exists between France and the United Kingdom, a relationship that particularly blossomed and grew during the Second World War. When I was thinking about France, I was reminded of the terrible events of the 15th of April last year. On that day, there was a fire in the very roof of the Cathedral Church of Notre Dame in Paris. You might remember the scenes that were on our tellies. The cathedral was very, very damaged and destroyed, and the smoke was billowing. It was a terrible sort of apocalyptic scene, really. The day after, when the cathedral remains were smouldering, the people of Paris gathered around, and it would have been so very easy for them to be totally despondent and without hope. Notre Dame is a really significant building for the people of France, but they didn't give up. They very quickly made the decision as a country under President Macron's leadership that they would rebuild the cathedral church and that it would rise again and would be a symbol of hope and life for not only the people of Paris, but for France and beyond. There's a particular image that stays with me from those days, and it was when the people first went back into the cathedral, the emergency services, after the fire was put out, and the light was coming through the vanished roof onto the altar in the shape of a cross. It was so very, very powerful, and was a reminder that however dark and difficult a situation is, there is always hope, there is always the possibility of new life. And in the Christian faith, that is at the very heart of what we believe, that Jesus died on a cross, but rose again, that nothing is too dark, that cannot be resurrected, that cannot be turned around. That feels like an important image for us to hold on to as we continue our journey through this pandemic, hoping and believing that brighter and sunnier days will come. I hope that that image will stay with us today as we continue our days and journeys. O God, in Jesus Christ, you fell for love into the dark earth and died. Give us grace to wait in patient hope and love for the rich harvest you have promised, that will blossom in our hearts with abundant life and love for all the world. Through Jesus Christ we pray, who is the promise of your love, restored, renewed and multiplied. Amen.